You ever have those times where you should be practicing a lot more in order to do whatever it is you're doing? I've got the Middlecott Sketchbattle Pro, which used to be called Sketchbattle Experiment, coming up here in New York City in partnership with Jalopnik. I'm going to be a contestant, so I want to bring my A game, and from here till the show, which I believe is in April 17th, yeah, I better be practicing. So over the next month, I'm just gonna pick different types of cars. I'm not sure what the guidelines for the contest will be, so I'm gonna just draw a super wide range of vehicles to get to prepare for the drawing. In addition to that, I just landed a new 3D modeling gig to build a concept truck. Awesome, super cool, but I don't usually do trucks. This will be the first one in a long time, so why not? Let's draw some trucks and see where they go.
So I'm going to start out with drawing the wheels and laying out some basic perspective lines. I always find it's really useful to lay out the general proportion, the blocks of shapes, before you really get into the details to help define this truck. So large hood, pretty good sized cab, and I probably should have made it a little taller, but we'll keep going and just add the bed in the back here. A lot of ground clearance is a good truck type of proportion, of course, unless you're doing a mini truck or something that's slammed. But we're going to do an electric truck, so we're going to kind of keep some of the general elements like the grille, the overall grille and headlight shape, but they'll be a little less aggressive, and there will be no big grille opening because it's electric. You don't need as much cooling for the motor and the batteries, but I'll still leave the the basic elements like a big bumper with a skid guard in the front. I think these elements will still keep it feeling truck-like, while maybe not necessarily fully usable as far as off-road. But Rivion's doing some really cool stuff with their lights. I've drawn that type of look for a long time, so we'll just add some cool little LED strips basically for the headlamps, and then keep it kind of a blend between product design and automotive, and a lot of really nice hard sharp edges with soft transitions. I think this will be an aesthetic that will work for some time now. Whenever I'm drawing, I start to add all the little details that make it feel like a complete car. So like the mirrors, don't forget the mirrors. They always really help plant the car as being a real drawing. A lot of times in school projects or cool drawings and stuff, people will forget that. But a little detail along the rocker, big wheels. Ugh. God, I gotta practice my wheels. I can't hit the circles like I used to. We'll add some fender flares to help reduce the proportion of the body side, the area above the wheel area. And I'll fill in these details later on once I kind of get more comfortable with the drawing. I'll eventually add a real dark ground line and bottom line of the car to help it feel planted on the car. So I'll just go in here and add some details. As I practice, I'm going to be trying to get better line quality and definitely better ellipses, to be able to hit both ellipses or multiple ellipses on the same angle and axis. And then, that will really help sell the sketch. So I'll be practicing a ton. This is a good point. Start adding some more details, darken up. A lot of times the car, anything that's kind of rolling below, I'll make super dark. Elements like the interior, I'll just ghost in. That way it gives it a little depth. And as I'm drawing or sketching, I'll continue to darken the things that are forward or that are overlapping on something else. And then little elements, I'll just kind of ghost in and let your eye really fill in those details. I like the vignette really dark in the focal point, and then softer lines or less details as it fades away. Just add some shading, give a little depth here, and then like the back side around the tailgate or the box, You know, I wouldn't really add much detail back there. That way your eye is really drawn to this front section. Define, you know, the grill, any small grill openings, and really push hard on the pencil to get it to read a lot blacker and dark. It'll draw your eye to those areas. Such as like this, you know. I don't know if that's going to be an actual hole or anything, but I'd probably continue to darken that up. And yeah. Anytime you can add some section, little details, or something that just some lines that help make your eye read the shape of the surface is really helpful. And yeah, we'll just make some abstract tires through here. Big, gnarly, chunky things. Yeah, I gotta have a go-to pattern where I can draw these super fast. I think the contest is maybe 20 minutes or so, maybe it's a half hour. And typically my drawings are fast. I draw quickly, and I'm just gonna have to slow down a little bit just to really nail all of the lines and the details. But over the next month, I'll have or build a kind of a toolbox, a go-to formula for creating off-road tires, you know, on-road tires, racing type stuff, and that way, as I'm drawing in the contest, regardless of how it ends up, the elements, I'll be able to quickly draw those with precision, and they'll have enough attitude and excitement. So overall, really like where this is going. Let's throw my name in. Actually, I'm going to post the finished drawing right now. Thanks everybody for checking this out. Hopefully I'll be able to post some more over the next month, and peace.